Hi everyone, so I've been wanting to make a video about the tragedy in Japan over the past few days, and I really just haven't had words to express what I want to say. My first response was, like, oftentimes when we notice a tragedy or when something really bad happens to us ourselves, it's just kind of no response. Like, you just kind of look at it and it's just part of the news, and you just kind of keep on going with your everyday life, and then you realize while you're eating breakfast, while you're doing something else, while you're listening to birds sing, I don't know what, like, people are actually dying and suffering. It's almost like a sort of grief, even though it's not, it's an indirect grief, because I can't imagine how it would feel to actually be in that situation, and I hope I never have to. And it's so weird because Japan is a country that is so ahead in technology. It's beautiful, like the culture is fascinating, and you just don't think that something like that could happen. It's also weird because it's like they had the earthquake, the first thing, and then I can't imagine being like, yay, I survived the earthquake, wow, that was a huge earthquake. Then there's water coming in, and if you manage to survive that, now there's the radiation. I mean, how horrible can that possibly be? And it could affect people for like generations to come. It can also affect, like, silently affect those you love in ways that you don't know because it's invisible. It's not something that you can really combat. You can only really escape it. You can't really like go and fight it. It's not something tangible. It's really horrible, scary, and you would just think that one disaster would be enough. And they're all interrelated. It's not just like there are just that many like unrelated disasters. They're all related. And it's, I mean, disaster often leads to more disaster, which is really, really horrible. You can see like everyone's trying to do their best. The human spirit is really shining through during the tragedy. Well, all of the destruction, like the beauty, the external beauty of a lot of places has been destroyed by these disasters. The internal beauty of the people who have survived and the rescue and the compassion that has been shown amongst the people there and from people all around the world, the beauty within the human spirit is really, really shining through. And I think that's an amazing thing to look at. Roseanne, I'm going to put a link to her channel. She filmed like the Southern California, I think it was like Santa Monica, or I don't remember which beach in California that she was filming on, and she was filming how like the ocean can be beautiful and peaceful. And in another place in the world, the ocean has caused so much destruction. And I guess that kind of attests to the fact that both beauty and destruction exist in the world. They're not exclusive of each other. Because I've called myself kind of an idealist. A lot of people who want to be realists have said, well, like the world is gloomy and all of this stuff, but no, beauty and destruction both exist, and one does not erase the other. They're both real aspects of the world around us. And what is so tough for me, I guess, when watching all of this coverage is to know the fact that so many people won't be able to enjoy the beauty and, I guess, fear the destruction on this earth because they've passed away, and like, hopefully they're in a better place now, but I don't know, I love this world, but when destruction takes away people's lives, that is something that's really hard to come to terms with. And the fact that it happens so soon and there's no one to blame, like when something like a tsunami comes, like there's really nothing that you can do other than get out of there. The earthquakes, I've seen videos of buildings when the earthquakes happen, and the buildings themselves stood up to an earthquake that in most countries, if that happened in most countries, like all the buildings would have collapsed, and those buildings stood strong. They were built well. People were prepared. They knew kind of what to do, and still, like, the tsunami came, and still there's the radiation. Nature kind of won over man, and that is a really scary thought. I guess it is a reminder to all of us who do live in places that are not prepared for earthquakes, where there's a potential of earthquakes for happening. It's kind of a wake-up call. We should inspect and make sure that we're prepared, and to not underestimate nature, and to not have this false security that, oh, we don't have to take precautions, oh, nothing bad's gonna happen to us. While the beauty around us, like, is very, very real, and we have to treasure it while we have it. We also have to be prepared for the negative. Like, just because we feel removed from something doesn't mean that it can't happen to us, and it doesn't mean that the people to whom it happened to are different from us. Posting positive comments, while like sticks and stones can break bones, negative comments can have an impact, but I feel like positive comments can have all the more impact. There are real neighborhoods being shown, being destroyed in the video footage, so you don't know who could be watching those videos trying to see what's going on, what happened. People are maybe like looking to see what happened to their house, what happened to their family. I'm really proud of the YouTube community and the internet community for really kind of standing up and uniting for Japan and not having as many negative comments as there have been during previous natural disasters. People have been very positive and very supportive of the people in Japan, and I think that's amazing. That's really heartwarming. As you know, most of you know, after the earthquake in Haiti, that really frustrated me when people were being mean and saying really vulgar things. I mean, obviously there have been some negative comments in here and there after this tragedy, but not as many. I think that part of that is because Japan is a country that a lot of us who have access to the internet can relate to. It's a country that is prepared for so many things, has so much technology. It's a culture that we have been, I think, more exposed to than maybe other countries. Honestly, when I was like a preteen and an early teenager, I still love Japanese culture, but I was obsessed with Japanese culture and J-pop, and I used to watch like Japanese music videos and all, like, I wanted to have like the straight hair and oh my goodness. So I felt connected, really connected to Japan as well. And I've been reading a lot on altruism and how we tend to care about people in relation to ourselves, in proximity to ourselves, and see people as being similar in relation to ourselves. Whereas we often miss the fact that we ourselves are a part of a bigger picture, and people are not just important just because we know about them or they're closer to us. I feel like people in our lives have been placed there for, I guess, a reason, or we can make it a reason. Kind of like a gift of people that we can care about and directly influence and directly affect, for the better, for the worse, and hopefully it's for the better. But we have to also notice that the people far away are kind of like family and friends that we just don't know yet, which doesn't mean that we necessarily like love them as much on a personal level, but on a more like, I guess, agape kind of global level, we can still love them, kind of with the awareness that if we did know them, we'd probably love them on a more personal level. Sometimes we make the mistake of feeling like we know someone, or we kind of own someone that is close to us, like we know them perfectly, whereas people are ever-changing, people are unique. I mean, we often don't even know ourselves perfectly. Loving people that we don't even necessarily know or don't always understand helps us to love those around us when maybe they might do something that we don't understand. And it can even help us love ourselves and be more compassionate with ourselves when we ourselves do stuff that we don't always know why we did it. I think it deepens the love of those who are close to us while extending it to those who are far away. A tragedy might strike in a place where we don't know much about and we don't feel very related to. There are people there who are just like us, just like the people in Japan are just like us. And I think that's something important to remember now during this tragedy, and also when we hear about tragedies in places that we don't really know much about. So please post positive comments for Japan and show your support. Offer your thoughts, your prayers. I really wish that I could go there, and ever since I was little, like, I've wanted to go and help whenever I hear of a natural disaster like this. I want to be part of some like volunteer program that will go and help. But like right now, like most of us, if I were to go there, I would probably need to be rescued. There is scarce food, there's scarcity of supplies, and only those who like really know what they're doing can really go and help. Obviously, if you're in the midst of a disaster, you have to help however way you can, but to go there and to yourself need to be rescued, that wouldn't be helpful. So I couldn't even go there if I want to. But there are people even around us who don't know what happened to their families, people who live in the United States or Canada or whatever country you're in. I'm sure that there are people who are waiting for news, and you can show support to them through positive comments, through your thoughts, through your prayers. You never know how much of an impact those can have. And also donate. I wish that I could donate more. Right now I'm actually moving, and money's not like the biggest commodity that I have right now. I wish I could donate millions, and even donating millions wouldn't bring back the people whose lives have been lost. But please do donate. You know what? It could save people's lives, because they're like the radiation screenings, all of these things cost money, and you don't know what you do can affect those others that you didn't realize that you could affect, even all across the world. What I'm trying to say is also, like, appreciate what you do have, appreciate the beauty that's around you, and really try to cultivate the beauty that matters, the beauty that's within, and try to be the best person that you can be, because that's really what's going to shine through in times when external beauty might not be obvious. So many of us are like so much more blessed than we will ever know, and we have to appreciate it while we have it. And I'll put some donation links in the down bar, and I guess right now all that we can do is like look at the news and hope for the best, that a lot of the people who are missing are found and maybe are in a place where they have some sort of food or shelter, and that there are more people who are going to be found alive. And my heart just really goes out to the people who have been affected by all of these tragedies, either directly or indirectly. You just appreciate the beauty that's around you, because tragedies like this can help us appreciate how much we do have. While I guess sometimes it inspires fear and that we might lose it, we can still appreciate how much we do have and really see the beauty that's around us and the beauty of the human spirit when tragedy does occur, and realize what's really important, and realize that while our external surroundings might be taken away, what we are, who we become, that's what really matters and what we kind of take with us. So yeah, this is my video. I hope it helps in some way. I don't know how it would help, and I hope it wasn't too much of a downer, but sometimes a little bit of a downer can help us become better people and help the light shine through. So yeah, I hope you all are having a great day, a good day, and really appreciate what you do have. And yeah, God bless. Bye.